What's up, traders? Do you struggle to trade reversals? Do you struggle to take the failed follow through setup? Or are you one of those traders who are guessing tops and guessing bottoms, getting yourself in trouble? If so, this video is for you. We're going to go through today's price action and the best way you could have traded it to make easy money stress-free. So let's get into the chart right now. So this is a trading view chart. We're gonna zoom forward into the open of the day, which is 9:30. I'm on a 3-minute currently here. A couple more candles. Okay, here we go. So this is your opening print. Now the first thing I want to say is we are bullish on a yearly, on a monthly, on a weekly, on an hourly, on a 4-hour, on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute, on the 1-minute. So ask yourself, if you were one of those people today who were trying to short off the morning push, why were you doing that? You were simply guessing a top. You were one of the people who were saying, we're up too high, we're due a pullback. All those things are true, okay? All those things are true. But playing the stock market is about putting yourself in the best position, taking a good trade location, following momentum and timing, okay? Timing with risk reward. So today, if you were thinking that you were not in a good location, you were not trading momentum and your timing was off, all you had to do was wait, okay? So the first trade here really was a flag breakout, okay? We have built higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, okay? So there was no reason to be getting short this morning, all right? We were clearly going to move up. So you just needed to follow market structure. So let's just mark this out really quickly. So this is, I'm going to do this green. This will be our swing high. And I'll do this as red. Okay, this will be our swing low. So this is the range we are playing between. So until this is violated for now, then we are still thinking long because this is just a pullback. This is the push, so we're still thinking long, all right? So when this is moved up, there we go. We have now created a new swing high. And you could argue now that your swing low would be here. And there is the break of that swing low. Now, if you don't like that swing low, if you are considering this a short-term swing low, an internal swing low, you can still use these ones here. That's absolutely fine. So what are we thinking about now? We want to see a continuation setup to the downside, all right? Because we've had a change of character through here. So now we're looking for a continuation setup, or better put, for the reversal version, a failed follow through. Okay, so we are going to look for the market to move down, to come back in, to produce a lower high and then a lower low for a break of structure for continuation lower. So timing these is key. So you do not need to be chasing this move down. I understand that there was a lower time frame potential break here. I also understand that there is one here. Okay, but you do not need to be guessing. This is guessing. This is how you get in trouble. Just wait, okay? Just wait. I'm talking from experience here. A guy who has blown up many times over a 5-6 year career. You do not need to be guessing, all right? Just wait for the market to present itself. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for a new pivot low, and then we're gonna wait for the expansion back higher into range, okay? So this is clearly the new low. So I'm going to just remove this. So we're going to go from this high here with a fib all the way to the low. And ideally, we would like a return into 50% or higher, okay? But with continuation trades, we will often find it will only come to 38% fib, okay? It will not do a deep retrace. It's a bit like a trap trade. It likes to do that 38% move. So you have to be aware of that, but you have to use confluence. So what do we have in the same level? We have this whole area here, right? This is the pullback that it gave before the move up. So this was demand that we moved up into. So if they did not stop out here, what are they going to become? They're going to become sellers when we turn back in, because these are old buyers who will now want to get out break even. So there's one level of confluence you can think about. 2, these flow zones, these EMAs are now red and pointing down. So that's another area of confluence. We can also do an anchored VWAP. All right, I'm going to do this as red because this is going to come in useful for us many times. We know sellers stepped in up here, and we are going to assume these same sellers will step in again around this level. So we are looking for the 38% or 50. We are looking for this old level of demand to now become supply. We are looking for the flow zones. We are looking for an anchored VWAP, and then we are looking for a pattern. Okay, it's the last thing we need to look for. So there is your tap back in. Notice we are back into this old range. All right, and there is a signal. All right, there's your first signal candle that it is not willing to move higher. So this is simply a pullback, okay? And we are rejecting range. So now you can think about, are we creating a flag, a bear flag here for a breakdown? Now it's up to you what type of trader you are. Some of you might take this initial break here. Some of you might take the push in because you're looking for value and you have a stop just above. This is down now to personal preference. But these are your opportunities. Here is a breakdown underneath the flag. There is your return back in and rejection. So I'm just going to put some on here and I will risk above it. So there's the flush, okay? What do we have down here? This is the IB low. Remember, this red line is the IB low. The green line is my IB high. So I'm also interested in what? In trending plays underneath IB levels. So now I'm thinking about what levels can we potentially attack here? Okay, we have lots of liquidity sat down here, right? All these levels of liquidity. So you could simply mark these out as potential levels we might want to come into. And for sure, we could extend this H1 demand up to here for now as a potential level. And we are going to look for continuation plays. Flushes down. Okay, so we've taken out what? 1, 2, 3 levels now. Starting to show a willingness to move back up. Okay, so really we should have covered one here into liquidity, which I'm going to do now. See if we can move lower and out. Even though we're into our flow zones, we are starting to break. So now what am I thinking? I'm thinking about a repeat of the exact same thing. So we can do a fib from here to here. Here, the 50% mark will be 73 and above. The golden zone would be up here at 75. Now I'm going to get rid of these old levels of liquidity because we've now taken them out. Notice how we came right down to that last level, which I marked out. And we can remove this flag. And we can think about this whole area, all right, as a level of supply. So let's remove this. Right, because everyone got short in here for this continuation down. Notice now where the anchored VWAP is. It is in this golden pocket inside of this supply block. Okay, so we are going to wait now. Okay, we are not going to chase the market lower. Now, I'll be honest, I got long in here. I felt confident that we would move back into that box before I then flipped short. So here we go, driving all the way in. So we're now into our golden zone, coming right up to the anchored VWAP. Okay, there it is. So what do we need to wait for? You could now dial down into a lower time frame if you wanted to and look for a setup. So what are the different types of setup here? You could be waiting for a break of this trend. You could simply take the short into this supply block. And you could risk up here and you could look for a return down as long as it was within your parameters, which this would be for me, a 2.6R. Okay, there are lots of different things that you could do here. You can wait for the shift. There's lots of ways. See how it's very unwilling to move above this anchored VWAP. You see how accurate that anchored VWAP is. Do not miss these type of trades, okay? One more push above. Okay, starting to induce longs here. Okay, and there is a nice flush below. I would like to see more than that, but I really should have something on by now. So no surprise they're coming into the new hour that we start to see some manipulation both sides, but I'm still expecting lower prices. Okay, so I'm going to look to scale into this. So there's the pop back up. Okay, so now in terms of structure, we've shown a willingness to move lower. We've popped back in towards that anchored view up. I could simply add on again here. Have to be careful with sizing. Okay, there is your break of structure. So we're doing the same thing again, popping back in. Notice there is a little imbalance left here. Very unwilling to move higher. We are chopping. And there we go. There is that liquidity pool. So where have we gone? Right back down to low of day. Okay, low of day. We can mark this out as a potential demand area. So you want to be covering some into this demand area and then holding a runner. And if it wants to pop back up, so be it. And that takes us to where we are. The market is still currently open, so we can just close that out and exit. So a nice, easy way of following trend there. Two simple ways of taking reversals without guessing. You did not see me attack this high up here, all right? In my opinion, there was absolutely no signal up here to be chasing short, okay? Until we had a shift underneath this low here and started to come back in, you were really taking a breakout trade, right? You would have had to be taking a breakout trade here, and there was nothing to say at that point that it wasn't just going to sweep the liquidity and drive back up. And that is how you will get trapped over and over again if you are going to guess tops or guess bottoms. So I really hope that this video helps you. It took me many years to become patient enough to sit out, and it took me to build this system here to allow me to take profitable trades which are stacked in my favor. All right, so let's have a look at my results today. So I'll post my trade right here so you can see it. I took the long back into that supplier before flipping short and covering on the wash. Maybe a tad early, but I'm locking in my profit, walking away for the day. I hope this video has helped you. Please, if this video or any of my other videos are helping you, leave me some comments, like and subscribe, invite some other people to the channel. Let's start building a community, start learning together so we can all get better and start profiting from this amazing opportunity in the market. Until next time, trade safe, use hard stops.